partnering up with our friends here at GrowSmith. Shamol has a very select few companies that he has chosen to work with in his line, doing consulting work and helping people really maximize gains and do the most clean and efficient product that they can possibly produce. He's kind of the guru. Why is Denver and like this market so special? I mean, obviously coming from California, like I spent some time there myself. I mean, it's not really too different in a lot of people's eyes, but
it's different, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I've had the privilege.
How so? Like,
I've had the privilege of working on the West Coast in 2 outdoor greenhouse facilities, Washington and Oregon, for the last 2 years. And
yeah.
The culture is really different on the
I'm
West
really
Coast.
interested about Washington. That's a place I haven't checked out yet.
I'm not.
So, okay, so why yes to California then, and why no to Washington?
Because it's got a healthy blend of the culture, versus it just being this, hey, you got to totally come up to my secret farm and, you know, you're never going to know what I'm doing, but it's the best. You know, and that's something that we lost here pretty quickly because the sentiment got pulled out of it. Like, I came into this industry being really gung-ho about medicine and changing it because I thought, you know, the only reason I could sleep is because I smoked a fat doob at night.
Yeah.
You know, little did I know it's because I didn't know what I wanted to be with my life and all this kind of stuff. But, you know, that's
finding yourself.
Absolutely. Through the fog. It got ripped away from me here, too, quickly because it turned into money really fast here.
Suck the fun out of it. Yeah.
Well, you know, like the first commercial grow warehouse market was 10.5, like 2010.5, and we were at it. We had the licensing right away. Like, I've been working all of these years, and all it's been is other people coming from other states with a lot more money.
They think they know better and all that
Absolutely.
stuff.
And, you know, we're telling them no, 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 and they want to go yes, 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 and none of them are here. There's very few of them that are still here.
Where was, like, the big influx, like, mostly from? Like, what industry did you see a lot of the carryover from? I mean, like, tech or...
Everybody. Like, there were so many different people at the time, and, you know, we were struggling back then to raise 150 or 250K, you know, and then now you can put an email out going, hey, I've got to grow, I'll leverage it, I need $2 million, and
yeah, you got an escrow
it's Venmo to you.
I'm like super just wary about the whole crypto thing, but watching Potcoin and stuff like that in Canada, like, how do you think all of this, like, what's supposedly real currency that gets breathed in from, let's say it could be anybody at that point in the cannabis industry, like, how do you feel about them funding a dispensary or something on Potcoin?
Well, calling cryptocurrency currency is kind of sketchy in general because currency is supposed to be somewhat stable.
Yeah. At least
I
love than this. Like,
I love cryptocurrencies. I bought Bitcoin in 2007.
Yeah.
I bought like 7 coins, and now that it's sitting around 15K, I think it's hilarious.
Going onto the dark web doesn't sketch you out ever.
You know, there's so many people that have done that stuff. I've never done it. I've looked at that stuff here and there, and, you know, people buying stuff online and shipping it from people that they've never met. Does that sketch me out?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, and
absolutely.
What, like, if you think the government can come down on you just
who's
because
saying the government's not doing it?
But that's a good, okay. All right, touche, salesman.
Yeah. You know, like, you know, we could talk about conspiracies all day.
Yeah.
You know, like that. It's an interesting time because cryptocurrency feels like you can have some freedom without anybody really knowing it. But then on my Bitcoin exchange yesterday, it says, don't forget to pay your taxes.
Yeah.
You know, learn how here.
Like, don't forget to give us our money.
Yeah, right. So, like, if they're going to put that up, there's obviously already a governmental influence.
Yeah.
So It's probably going to be regulated. It's probably going to end up being the microchip that everybody's afraid of getting in their hand to pay for stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so I was talking to this guy that owns a company called Soft Nice. His name's Zafar. Rhymes with Jafar.
Yeah,
I love Aladdin.
Yeah.
I love Aladdin. And we were sitting next to him in Vegas, and he owns a company that does like $50 million in revenue, and his speciality is blockchain writing.
Oh, crap.
And he's like, yeah, you know, I totally see that the government's going to control this shit in 15 years. And I'm like,
Yeah,
you're
I
a
mean,
smart Indian dude. You
as
make
far,
circles around me.
Like the whole seed to sale thing here in Colorado, like it just makes more sense for the blockchain thing to be adopted in that now as well.
It's the only banking system that we could probably put our faith in right now.
How can we kind of like merge those two ideas of like getting the medicine out there to everybody, but still making everybody get rich off of it the way that they are, just maybe not so greedily, you know? I mean, because it is the green rush.
In the beginning, everything's a little bit more complicated. We think that we have to add so much more to things to potentiate. And as I've gotten older in this industry, everything has to become more simple. You know, the KISS methodology, you know, is definitely pertinent.
Totally.
You know, we see that every day. If you want to streamline, you want to increase your ROI, you want to have better workflow, you want to have the ability to tell a certain group of people to do something once, or with you know, being articulate. At the end, it's about simplicity. You know, your inputs, everything into your garden, into your grow, into your workforce has to be simplified. And you know, I refer to Henry Ford all the time.
Yeah.
Like Henry crushed it. And for us to go so far away from what he taught us is mind-boggling. Yeah. Like, why do we complicate our lives on a daily? And then we worry about our health, and our health suffers and all this kind of stuff. If you take that adage and you put it into a grow, it's going to do the same. You know,
dumb it down.
Absolute.
Yeah. I'm like the whole distilling thing that we were talking about. Like, that's my whole thing, is like, if you can put it into one drop, you know, like it's like your elevator pitch or whatever, snapshot kind of idea. But yeah, keep it simple, stupid is a good little mantra. I mean, at least in the restaurant industry, that you kind of have to follow.
Every industry.
If I can cut a corner, I'm going to. You know, so I mean, it just like, it's weird to see like the motives behind what people deem as acceptable, like driving an industry as recreational forward, with totally different set of values, I feel like, than the medicinal side of it.
Well, and that's why Peaceful Choice has been doing so well for so long. You know, like people would be blown away by what this store's numbers do on a monthly.
Oh,
like,
sure.
It's
I mean,
pretty
it's
incredible.
unassuming, like you'd never expect a little.
And it's been here for nearly 7 years. You know, like it's been in existence for 7 years. First with a medical grow in 10 and a half, then with the store opening in 11. There's very few places that can say that they've never been like shut down or
been always in compliance.
You get shut down, you're shut down.